This is the goriest horror film I've ever seen. The film combines Japanese gore with Thai thrills, making it a high-energy version of Painted Skin. I strongly recommend watching it with your friends. Abbie hits a female deer while driving home. She takes the deer home intending to cook it, but when the family's baby sees the deer, he suddenly cries uncontrollably, seemingly terrified of it. Abbie doesn't sense the danger and insists on using a knife to slit open the deer's abdomen. But as soon as the deer's belly is cut open, a foul stench hits her face, and then its internal organs all fall out. It seems its innards have been rotten for days. Abbie loses her appetite from the stench and throws the deer in the car. But at night, as the baby cries non-stop, the deer's belly starts to move, and then a monster crawls out of it. In the middle of the night, Ben hears footsteps on the roof. He grabs a flashlight to check, but there's nothing on his roof. Instead, there's a huge hole under his neighbor Abbie's house, as if something crawled inside. While Ben is confused, he doesn't know that behind him, the monster that burst out of the deer's belly is eyeing him hungrily. Just as Ben wants to check the hole, the lights in Abbie's house suddenly turn on, so he has to give up. The next day, however, Abbie's son Dylan discovers the hole. He pokes around in it with a stick. Soon, Abbie notices that the flowers and plants by the hole are wilting rapidly. Abbie is puzzled. She holds the baby Sam close to the hole and looks inside, but it's pitch black, and she can see nothing. Just then, Sam becomes restless, seemingly afraid of the place, so Abbie has to take him back to the room. At night, Abbie suddenly hears heart-wrenching cries from the baby's room. She checks the monitor and sees a claw grabbing the crib, and then Sam, on the bed, disappears. Abbie rushes to the baby's room but finds the bedsheet tightly wrapped, like there's a sleeping child inside. But when Abbie pulls back the sheet, it's a bundle of twigs. Before she can call for her husband, something even more terrifying happens. The monster crawls into Abbie's body, puts on her human skin, and then she walks into the forest with the baby. The little baby is never seen again. The next day, Abbie takes her son Dylan deep into the forest. While Dylan is taking photos, he hears his mother's voice coming from a tree hole.
Come on, it's okay. Dylan, come down here, baby. Dylan! You're going to be in so much trouble if you don't come here right now.
Then, a pair of dark hands stretch out from the tree hole. Dylan is terrified, but just then, his mother appears from behind, and the tree hole disappears out of thin air. After the forest trip, Abbie's body becomes strange. It seems like something is squirming under her skin, and she has a stench of rotten flesh that won't wash off. And Abbie's behavior also becomes odd. Dylan is so scared that he doesn't dare to stay with Abbie and hurries to hide at neighbor Ben's house. But soon, Abbie comes looking for him. She seems afraid of Dylan contacting others and insists on taking him home. Ben has no choice but to let Dylan go home, not knowing he's sending Dylan into the hands of the forest witch. When Dylan goes to bed, he wants to tell his father about his mother's strangeness, but Abbie is standing at the door staring straight at Dylan, so he's too scared to say more. After one night, Dylan also disappears. What's even weirder is that Dylan's dad, Ty...
My son? I don't have a son. Dylan, your little boy. Okay, what are you messing with me? I got no kids, kid.
Denies having any children. Now Ben is confused. Ty clearly has 2 children, so why does he deny it? Just as Ben is about to leave, he accidentally kicks aside the doormat and sees a large, inverted V symbol carved on the wooden board underneath. Ben thinks the symbol is unusual, so he looks it up online and finds it refers to forest witches who are half human, half demon. They often hide in tree holes, hunt for good-looking human skins, charm men to make them forget their children, and then eat the children. Ben has to suspect that the forest witch has sneaked into the neighbor's house and has some connection with Abbie, and that her 2 children are likely already eaten. So Ben starts monitoring Abbie's family. He finds that Abbie often goes in and out of the cellar and takes out a lot of garbage from it. Taking advantage of the night, Ben rummages through the trash and finds that Abbie has thrown away all the things belonging to the 2 children. With Abbie frequently visiting the basement, Ty also becomes suspicious. He attempts to open the basement door, but Abbie stops him anxiously, whispering something in his ear. Then, Ty appears dazed and suddenly his eardrums burst, bleeding from his ears. Yet Ty seemed unaware of the pain, standing dazed while Abbie walked away smirking triumphantly. A few days later, however, Abbie's skin shrinks. Her arms start to rot, and her teeth fall out at a touch. It seems Abbie's skin can't be used anymore, and the forest witch urgently needs to change into another skin. The next day, while Abbie is not at home, Ben pries open her cellar, but what's locked inside is terrifying. Horrified, Ben fled the cellar. The woman inside matched neighbor Abbie's build perfectly, but her face was skinned away. It seems that after the forest witch took Abbie's skin, she locked Abbie in the cellar to let her die slowly. Panicked, Ben runs straight to the dock but sees the forest witch leading the little girl Lily into the forest again. Despite his fear, Ben quickly runs towards the forest.
Lily! 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 Oh God, Lily!
When Ben wakes up, it's pitch black around him. He hurries home to call the police to save Lily, but upon arriving, Ben sensed his stepmother Sarah was off. Flowers on the table wilted rapidly as she neared. What can suck the life out of the surroundings can't be human. Ben quickly picks up something at hand and throws it at Sarah. Just as Ben holds a knife, his father Liam rushes in. He thinks Ben is young and impulsive and wants to do something bad to Sarah. Sarah cowered on the floor, sobbing piteously, playing the victim. Furious, Liam had the police take Ben away, but once in the car, Ben saw Sarah whispering to the officer, arm around him. Ben quickly calls out to his father, saying Sarah has been possessed and urging Liam to check Abbie's house. Liam ignores his son's words and tells the police to take him away quickly. But instead of heading to the station, the police car drives toward the seaside. The police are ordered by Sarah to kill Ben. Ben struggles fiercely, but the police are out of control and determined to kill Ben. Just as Ben is about to drown, the police suddenly regain a little consciousness. To not violate professional ethics, the police point the gun at themselves.
No! No!
After calming down, Liam thinks of Ben's words and goes to check Abbie's house. He finds that Abbie's family is already dead. Abbie is skinned, Ty is hanged from the ceiling, and the two children are nowhere to be found. In Abbie's room, there's an altar with many photos on it. The people with their faces crossed out in the photos are all the forest witch's prey, and Liam is the next target. Suddenly, Sarah wearing a ram's skull appeared behind Liam and stabbed him. Liam finally believes Ben's claims. It turns out after Abbie's skin decayed, the forest witch entered Sarah's body. It needed youthful skin and a man with children, ensuring beauty and easy access to child prey. Liam quickly picks up a shovel and attacks Sarah, but such attacks can't really harm the forest witch. Just as Sarah is choking Liam and about to burst out of his skin, Ben arrives. Ben saves his father. But the forest witch is immortal and is stirring in Sarah's body.
Okay. We gotta get out of here. Come on.
The forest witch bursts out of Sarah's belly. Now that it has no skin and the altar has been burned by fire, its magic also fails. Ben then remembers he has a younger brother, Nathan, so he runs to the forest to find the forest witch's cave. Inside the cave is a dark tunnel, and Nathan is tightly bound by tree roots. Ben quickly rescues his brother. Just then, Ben hears a chewing sound. He follows the sound and sees the forest witch eating a child. And that child is Dylan, who disappeared a few days ago. Ben quickly raises his gun to shoot the forest witch, but it drags Dylan and disappears instantly. Seeing this, Ben quickly sends his brother out of the cave and hands him over to his girlfriend Mallory outside. Ben then returns to the cave to look for the girl Lily, who was taken away a few days ago. Lily is tied deep in the cave. As soon as Ben finds her, the forest witch pounces on him. The forest witch is an ugly woman. As soon as she sees good-looking skin, she wants to wear it. So when attacking Ben, she is careful not to scratch his skin. Ben takes the opportunity to fight back and stabs the witch in the neck, then sends Lily out of the cave. But just as Ben climbs out of the cave, the forest witch chases after him and grabs his foot, wanting to get into his body. At this critical moment, Liam arrived in his car. In the headlights, Mallory grabbed salt and threw it into the forest witch's face. The forest witch lets out a scream and finally releases Ben. Liam immediately steps on the gas and crashes into the witch, but the forest witch won't die. When children get lost, she will appear again, follow them home, and steal their mother's skins. If the mother isn't beautiful enough, she's safe. Being ordinary can sometimes be the best protection. Okay, that's the story for today. See you next time.